Josh is low-key in love with me. He just doesn't want to admit it.
Listen, I admitted it to you. I don't need to admit it on here.
Oh, I feel like this is the beginning of a love connection. Hi everyone, Devin Simone here, and welcome to another episode of The Challenge Aftermath. Today I am with Nani, Devin, Big T, Josh, and Nam, and we have our first double elimination. We have a lot of tears and just all around craziness going on, so let's get into it. Josh, can you tell us about security breach?
TJ lets us know that a security breach is happening. Devin's down there. The house basically votes for him. The person with the second most votes also goes down with the twist of the security breach. So it happens to be me. And then from there, it's a matchup. You know, CT calls me out. Darrell goes up against Devin.
Now, I need you to determine who's going to play against Josh and Nani. Do you want to come down here and try and earn that gold skull against them? Or do you want to send somebody else down here to do it?
Want to go get some skulls?
Yeah,
let's go get some skulls. Let's go get some skulls.
Yeah.
And Devin, now CT gives you an opportunity to pick who you want to go against, and you obviously choose Darrell. Why did you choose him?
There was a few factors that went into my decision to call out Darrell. Obviously, the first being CT allows me to choose whoever I want.
Devin, who do you want?
All right, Darrell, let's do it.
Let's go!
Darrell had actually been playing the sneakiest game of everybody up to this point.
How so?
Well, he was definitely playing both sides and never really giving a definite answer to either side from what I know, but he had sided with the Big Brother Alliance. He really was the deciding vote on a few eliminations throughout the season that could have tipped the scales. And every time he sided with them. And every time we would go to Leroy and say, why is Darrell doing this? He's supposed to be your number one. What's going on? And Leroy had no answer for it. I had crossed off 2 names on Mount Rushmore. I was going for a third.
And Big T, can you set up this elimination mission for us?
This was something I've never seen before. You know, everyone was standing on a podium, which had like poles around it and had rings on each pole. And so you kind of had to do some sort of like flying motion to get to the other poles and to get the ring.
Okay, and was it hard? Was it scary?
Well, it was really difficult actually, because this is all about balancing your body weight. You know, there's a lot of technique that goes into this particular elimination.
And Josh, can you talk about going up against CT? What was that like?
The guy's a legend. The guy's good at the game, and that's why everybody's somewhat like kind of threatened by him, because he's good at everything.
Yeah.
As much as I was, you know, thrown off of my game and all that, I had to kind of just lock it in and face the freaking lion.
Can I say this and speak for me and Josh? We got played. We got absolutely played.
We did. We really did.
What we should have seen is that this was coming and that everybody wanted to go against me or Josh. If me and Josh had teamed up at this moment, if we'd been able to squash our animosity, we would have flipped this game completely, because that double that we didn't see coming wouldn't have been me and Josh down there. Instead, me and Josh down there, we get sent home together.
So how did it feel getting beat by Darrell in a puzzle?
Darrell is a very well-rounded challenger. No one can take that away from him. He's seen these games for the last 20 years, literally. This is my first time ever doing a Tanagram. I should not have lost this elimination. I should not have lost it. Darrell beat me fair and square. I got to tip my hat to him. The better man won that night. And honestly, I caved under the pressure. If I win that and I send Darrell home, this game is completely different.
Big T, CT finishes the puzzle in like 5 seconds. What are your thoughts in that moment?
I couldn't believe it. I've never seen someone finish puzzles so fast. I knew he was really good at puzzles, but I had no idea that he was that good. I was kind of like, who's my partner?
Having children really helps you with Tanagrams too.
Yeah, he did say that. He did say that his little
He was
boy
like,
had-
I've got this exact puzzle at my house for my kid. I was like, oh, great. So I lost to Darrell in a puzzle for a 4-year-old. Awesome.
Yeah, I don't think anybody up there would have beaten CT in that puzzle. It was so quick that, like, in seconds he finished it.
Now, Devin and Josh, so you both get eliminated. You go home together. That's one of the things about the challenge that I feel like fans don't always know, right? Like that journey home when you're leaving, and sometimes you're lucky enough to go home with friends. Sometimes you're unlucky enough to go home with people you don't get along with.
I've never seen a better example of challenge karma than me and Josh getting eliminated together. It was, we both looked at each other. We both looked at each other at that apartment and we were like, this can't be real.
I know.
Like this,
I'm like,
I
I
was
don't
like,
even
this
know
is
how
so
this-
like we so oddly deserve this that I can't even be mad at it.
It's comical at this point. You gotta laugh about it.
Josh, Devin, you guys lost your gold skulls, and you lost tonight's elimination round. So unfortunately, this ends your time here on the challenge. But maybe you can get to know each other a little better on that long flight home.
I'd rather die, TJ.
Take care of yourselves. I'm sure we'll see you in the future.
Guys, I love you. Best of luck and go kill it, all right?
Love you,
Win
John.
this.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye.
Love you.
And Big Brother sucks. Eat my ass.
Can I punch him now?
Not only did we get eliminated together, but we got put in the same hotel room.
In the same apartment. I walked out of that elimination and I wanted to fight Devin. And then by the end of the trip, I was like, wow, this guy's not that bad.
I don't want to call it emotional, but there was, we talked about our differences in the game and how we both were disappointed with our performance. At the end of it, we both came to the conclusion that it was 100% on us, what we did in going after each other. That was us. That was our own stupidity. But it was also fueled by a lot of other people in the game. Of course, people want you to fight. Of course they do. Because at that point, you are public enemy number one, and it's something that they can kind of take off their list and say, okay, well, one of these guys wants it, let's give it to them.
From my experience with Devin, after we had this conversation and we got off the show, I realized I do have to work on, letting my temper get the best of me and being clouded by my anger in that environment and making an enemy because it only benefits everybody else.
Now let's switch gears and talk about the partner pairings a little bit. Big T, girl. CT swears up and down he is loyal and allegiant to you. He thinks you're wonderful, and then he blindsides you and steals Cam.
Now, CT, you have a decision to make. Since you are the double agent, you get first pick. Do you want to stay with Big T?
Cam! Give me Cam! I've been waiting all season for Cam. I up in the very beginning. You, Kyle, you mine. Get down here. I don't give a.
First thing that comes to your mind, what are you thinking? How are you feeling?
I was kind of like startled at first. I was just looking at him, just waiting for him to be like, I'm joking. Then he was like, Cam, come down here. I was just literally like, wait, what? This is actually happening.
And when it finally set in,
I was fuming. I was so angry because this is somebody who's been my partner all season. I put a lot of my trust into this person. This person's been a massive support to me. I've trusted him in what I feel are dangerous or scary situations doing challenges. So of course I trust this person with everything and what they say. So yeah, I was very disappointed. I was so angry. I hadn't been that angry since the early 2000s.
Since not the early 2000s, girl. Nam, how did you feel when you saw this happen? Did you feel a certain way about it?
Yeah, it was like, I had some kind of talk with CT before, and I recommend him, he maybe should talk to Big T and tell her maybe what he's gonna do, because I thought Big T is gonna understand this. It was a reaction which was like horrible, not the step to pick another partner. It was like how he did it. I think.
Big T, how do you feel about it today?
Thinking back on it now, like I just still feel really embarrassed about it because it was a very humiliating moment.
You obviously didn't do anything, right? So like, what can you share with us just where you think that embarrassment comes from?
I feel embarrassed that I put so much trust into someone in the game like that, because Cam and so many of the girls were coming up to me being like, Big T, he's going to switch you. I was just like, don't talk about CT like that. He's told me he's not switching partners. If he wants to do that, he knows he can tell me that. That's fine. And so, yeah, so that's what I feel embarrassed about. I should have listened to everyone.
Okay, Nani, how did you feel about it? Any thoughts? I mean, you've been doing this a long time.
Just like Nam said, it's like, if you want to switch partners, that's the name of the game. Switch your partner, but it's just how you go about it. And Big T's the coolest person there. Like, all he had to do is be like, look, girl, I'm sorry, but I got to go with Cam. And she would have been like, all right, see you later. Like, it's just that simple. It was just how he went about it. It was very degrading.
You guys all said that you knew CT was going to switch partners. Now, I just want to clarify, you knew or you suspected? Like, was it word on the street, or was CT going around telling people like, look, I'm going to be...
So maybe at this point I've got a interesting information for you guys, because I think one day before he was asking me, is it okay for you if I'm gonna pick Lolo? And I was saying, yeah, bro, you can do it, because we are already planned to like break up this team partnership. So that was my information I got. I didn't know that CT like tried to pick Cam. I just know he maybe would pick Lolo for the finals.
So CT told me that he was going around saying this to like all the females in the house, like, I'm going to change Big T as a partner, so that they would vote in the way that he wanted to. He was like, don't worry, I'll never exchange you. I just want other people to think that.
Yeah, that's exactly why when he came up to me, I actually went to Cam right after and I told Cam that CT had mentioned if he won his elimination, he would steal me from Josh. And Cam's like, oh, he just had that same conversation with me. And I was like, oh, okay, he just wants to make sure that, you know, he's going in, like, and he gets to choose who he goes against kind of thing.
And Nam, so you lose Lolo, who is an Olympian, a fierce competitor. You lose her as your partner. Maybe she was a little something more than that too. And now you are a rogue agent. How are you feeling being partnered with Big T, who is new to the game?
I get along with Big T the whole time. And the challenge before, I talked to her before she starts the challenge, and I told her she can do that. She should do it like this and this, and she did it perfectly, and they won the challenge. It was pretty cool.
Most likable challenge duo ever, Big T and Nam.
Yeah.
Put a stamp on it. Signed, sealed, delivered.
Yes.
Everybody knows it. There isn't a close second. There they are, ladies and gentlemen. Number one and number one.
Big T. So now CT seems like he feels bad, right, for that scandalous behavior earlier. And he's sending you champagne at the hot springs and builds you a bonfire. Are you picking up what he's putting down? How do you feel about this sort of apology, if we can call it that?
You know, I appreciated the efforts, but at this stage, I just think it's very genuine. Like, I'm not the sort of girl that you can just buy champagne for and then everything's okay. You have to do a lot more groveling. So I was like, you know, good start, but this is just the beginning of the sorry train.
All right, hit me. Give me everything you got. I deserve it. Go ahead.
I'm an easygoing person. I don't mind if you switch partners, but the thing is the way that you delivered that was so humiliating. CT, I thought you were joking. As a partner, you can snake me up with it. The friends don't talk to each other like that. And it's really knocked my confidence, and I don't want to be here anymore.
Sorry. You deserve better, and I never meant to hurt you. I will always be here for you. And I want you to understand, I don't care what all these people say. You came from being the first one that gets at home to be a force that's reckoned with. And all I did was show you that you're far stronger than you think you are. But Big T, you're not ready for the final.
CT wouldn't have gotten that far if it weren't for you. So cheers and props and all the love to you in this game. And you know, CT's lost. Speaking about a loss, or maybe, I don't know, Nani, you can tell me if you think this was a loss or a frustration, or maybe it was an advantage.
I've got one thing to say. Nani, I'm home!
You and Kyle have had this, we've talked about it before, this thing with your partnership, right?
Look, I love Kyle so much. Like, he is the funnest person to be around. But playing a game with Kyle is different. It's my dynamic with Kyle is way different than my dynamic with Josh. The difference between the two is that working with Josh, like, I actually trust Josh. Like, I know that Josh is always looking out for me. He's always got my best interest at heart. Like, Kyle could give a shit. What can I do? I mean, good thing like Kyle and I are like friends. I wasn't angry to have him as a partner, but I was just sad to have Josh go.
We talked about how close you and Josh are, and Josh admitted you guys have an open relationship, whatever that means.
Open
No,
friendship.
friendship.
Josh, you really gotta calm down here.
Jesus Christ.
I heard,
No.
you know, just had to get clarification for the people, all right? But Nani, were you devastated when Josh left? Like, how are you, that was your ally, your boy in the house, like.
So here's the thing, honestly, like, I feel like that elimination, like, everything happened so fast that it didn't really hit me until I got on the bus and went back to the house. And the second I walked back into the house, he had left me a note on my bed. And I read the note and I'm just like, oh my God, like, this is actually really happening. Like,
Yeah, I just feel so, like, bad. For what? Like, Josh was so good with me.
he was so good with me, and he like always made me feel so much better about myself. We just had such a good connection, such a good dynamic, and now that he's gone, I'm just like, what am I doing here?
What'd the note say?
Oh, I don't even remember, but
It's chill if you hook up with other people.
listen, okay,
dude,
Devin.
stop it.
Josh is like my brother, okay?
Nam, can you tell us about your back injury? What's going on there?
Mom, are you okay?
Yeah.
All right. Do you need anything?
No,
Okay.
I'm good.
All right.
Thank you.
I don't know what is going on with my back, but at this point I couldn't hide it anymore. The pain feels like every single time I try to move, it's like kind of explosions on my nerves. It happens on the challenge where we had to dig in the sand and run through the beach. After the challenge, there was a big pain like spreading. At some point, I was like losing weight. I lost my appetite. We did the helicopter challenge. I was so dizzy from the pain. I felt so bad. The pain was like overwhelming my body, and I couldn't hold it anymore.
Nam, you hurt your back? The word is you are medically unfit to continue. So unfortunately, we gotta let you go, my friend.
How are you feeling now?
Now it's pretty good. I almost heal, so I'm definitely ready for the next season. Let's say it like this. So because definitely come back stronger.
Now we come to one of my favorite parts of this show, which is trivia. Josh, this first question is about you, so you're gonna wait to answer until after everybody else answers, okay? And you have about 30 seconds, each of you, to write down your answer on the whiteboard, and may the best man or woman win. All right, question. Who was Josh's first partner on the challenge? And bonus points if you know the particular season of the challenge, the name of the season of the challenge. Hold it up so we can see. Okay, we have Cam, we have Amanda. What do you got, Dev? Amanda. Nam, I don't know. Okay, Josh, you wanna hold up the correct answer? Who was your first partner?
Crazy Amanda.
Amanda, War of the Worlds. Good job,
Oh,
guys. Good
we
job,
love you, Amanda.
It's our,
every challenge.
it's our communication, but also I think that there needs to be, I'm a very affectionate, passionate, like, I need like the female touch.
I know, I miss Amanda.
They need to bring her back.
Amanda's the funniest person ever to be on the show.
She's the
Number
best.
2, but she's number 1.
How many rookies are on Double Agents? Nam, okay, he put 9. Okay, Josh has 6. Okay, Big T has 7. Nani has 8. What do you have? You have 7, Devin. The answer is 10.
What?
Nam closest. but
I'm
no,
so sorry.
The answer is 10.
I always forget Lolo's a rookie. That's where I go wrong.
Are we considering Lola? Oh yeah,
10
you're right.
rookies.
You're right. I was way off.
Oh, I forgot to count myself.
What year did the challenge debut?
Damn.
36 seasons.
Answer so far?
1983, Nam? 1983.
Oh, I am
That's
so
a-
far off.
CT has not.
Nam, that's actually close to when MTV was founded, I believe. All right, the closest one would technically be Big T and Josh because the correct answer is 1998.
Nice.
Oh.
There you go,
1998
Tula.
is when the challenge
Not too bad. Not too
debuted. And this particular question is my fave. This is also when I met this dear woman, Josh's future girlfriend. I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm just kidding, Nan. What was Nani's rookie season of the challenge? Nani, don't answer yet. Let everybody else answer. Bonus points, I was also on this season. And it was my rookie season of the challenge as well.
Please tell me I'm right. Please tell me I'm right.
That's a good guess because I was on that season, Josh. That's a good guess.
That is, yeah.
Nons, I'm
good
wrong.
guess. You're very wrong.
Big T, what's your guess? Nam, just write something. Hold it up.
Siblings.
Have you ever even watched the challenge before you got on it?
Okay, we have X's again. Nani, what was our rookie season of the challenge?
Battle of the season.
Battle of the season. Woohoo!
I should have known that.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining me. I love having you here. I love playing trivia with you and getting all the tea from behind the scenes. Thank you to everyone for watching this episode of The Challenge Aftermath. Make sure you check back next week for another great episode of The Challenge Double Agents, and then meet us right here for another episode of The Aftermath with all the tea from some of your Double Agents favorites. I'm Devin Simone, and I'll see you next time. And now, here's a sneak peek from next week.
The night of hell begins right now.
I need to start thinking of how I'm gonna get my gold skull.
I love spending time with Fessy. It's just nice to have a cuddle with someone in here.
After losing 14 seasons, it's traumatizing. I'm just scared that somebody's gonna try and destroy that for me.